Sulley Muntari has been released after getting picked up in Dubai over some debt he owed individuals. He has settled the $300,000 debt, which accounted for his arrest and detention in Dubai, where he currently resides most of the time. Checks made by Wicked Blogger Ghana's team revealed that exclusively that he is now walking freely in Dubai and has no pending case on his head. It is important to note that Sulley Muntari is not broke as many people are reporting, but the said amount is the debt he owed from an investment gone wrong. He loaned money to push. Sources indicated he had borrowed $300,000 from an individual with a promise to repay it with substantial interest, only to default. That debt became the center of his detention in Dubai, where he was said to have been held for a few days. Wicked Blogger Ghana tracked serious developments around former Black Stars midfielder Sulley Muntari, who was detained in Dubai. The reasons, according to multiple sources earlier, were not simple legal formalities. They appeared tied to a $300,000 loan dispute, mounting financial pressure, old debts, and failed repayments that had spiraled into a more serious financial crisis. Insiders claimed this was not an isolated issue. Muntari's financial troubles reportedly extended into multiple unpaid debts, liquidity problems, and overdue obligations. Reports indicated he had even considered selling some of his East Legon properties, including a luxury apartment at Villaggio in Zorulu, to settle financial pressure. Other accounts suggested he had rented out the properties just to maintain cash flow. Adding to his troubles, a business person in Ghana had previously sued him for 97,000 euros, claiming Muntari failed to pay for airline tickets and hotel accommodations booked between 2015 and 2017. Combined with the Dubai situation, these incidents painted a worrying picture of a player struggling with financial management despite earning millions in his prime. Reactions from the public and former Black Stars teammates varied. Some players said they were still verifying the information because nothing official had been confirmed. Meanwhile, Muntari's agent and representatives denied the arrest claims, insisting he was safe, currently residing in Dubai and handling personal and business matters. A move which is expected because of the high level of loyalty he needs to exhibit, and also because Sulley Muntari has a strong brand that needs to be protected at all costs. Even with the denials, the story raised serious concerns. How did a globally celebrated footballer end up in such financial difficulty? Was this poor financial planning, hidden pressures, or a mix of both? And what did this mean for other Ghanaian athletes navigating life after football? Muntari's situation became more than a simple death story. It served as a warning about fame, wealth, and responsibility. From Konongo to Champions League glory, his journey proved his talent and determination. Yet, his alleged financial struggles showed how quickly wealth could collapse if not managed well. The story also highlighted larger issues: the financial literacy gap among athletes, risky post-retirement investments, and the intense scrutiny that comes with global fame. Muntari's entanglements in Dubai reminded many that international success does not guarantee financial stability. Wicked Blogger Ghana wrote to some criminal lawyers seeking to ask about the potential legal outcome of such cases and their implications on Sulley Muntari's brand and legacy. Here's a clear breakdown of the possible outcomes as they stood at the time. Debt settlement. Muntari or his representatives could have chosen to repay the $300,000 loan along with any agreed interest. That would have ended the issue quickly as a civil settlement. And they did just that, which has ended the case per Wicked Blogger Ghana's independent checks made. Court process. If the lender insisted, the case could have moved through Dubai's courts. The courts might have enforced structured repayment, fines, or a travel ban until the full amount was cleared. Things, however, didn't get to this stage because Sulley Muntari opted to clear off all the said debts. Asset freeze. Authorities could have frozen his bank accounts or held any assets he owned in Dubai until repayment was complete. This was a common procedure in financial disputes. A move of this nature was made, but things got settled at the earlier stage. Criminal implications. If evidence showed he took the loan with fraudulent intent, the matter could have escalated into a criminal case. This was less likely, but still possible, depending on what the lender presented. Reputational damage. Even if the issue was resolved, the negative reports alone could have impacted his public image, endorsements, and long-term business ventures. In summary, the most realistic endgame was a negotiated settlement or a court-approved repayment plan. Either way, the fallout, financial and reputational, had already taken shape. Sulley Muntari has a lot of investments in Ghana, Italy, and some parts of Europe, and is said to be doing good currently. He has relocated to Dubai to aid him in investing in some businesses and also attend to some personal stuff he is working on. The highly respected player is one of the few African players who made millions from their football careers. Sulley Muntari's story began in the small town of Konongo in Ghana's Ashanti region. Born in 1984, he grew up in humble conditions but showed exceptional football talent from a young age. As a teenager, he joined Liberty Professionals in Accra, where his stamina, strength, and sharp passing separated him from the rest. European scouts eventually noticed him, and in 2002, he secured a move to Udinese in Italy, the beginning of a career that later made him a household name around the world. At Udinese, Muntari adapted quickly to European football. He learned tactical discipline while maintaining the flair that made him dangerous in midfield. His performances in Serie A soon earned him a move to Portsmouth in the English Premier League, where he impressed with his aggressive style and long-range strikes. But it was at Inter Milan that Muntari reached the height of his career. Under Jose Mourinho, he became part of the legendary squad that won the historic treble in 2009 and 2010, the Serie A title, the Coppa Italia, and the UEFA Champions League. His thunderous shooting power, relentless tackling, and commanding midfield presence turned him into one of the most feared midfielders in Europe. He later joined AC Milan, continuing to compete at the highest level in Serie A before taking on roles at Sunderland, Al Ittihad in Saudi Arabia, and other clubs. On the international stage, Muntari became a pillar of the Ghana national team. He played in 3 World Cups, including the famous 2010 tournament where Ghana reached the quarterfinals and nearly made the semifinals. His commitment and intensity secured his place as one of Ghana's greatest football exports. Sulley Ali Muntari, we believe, would learn from this and settle all debts he owes anyone. Also, this will serve to current footballers from Africa who spend their money unwisely during their peak on custom jewelry, expensive and exotic cars, women, and other unnecessary things. Although Sulley Ali Muntari did nothing of that, he was hit hard, a move that those currently doing so should learn from. Dubai keeps such arrests quiet to protect its image. Dubai sells itself as safe, stable, and disciplined, so publicizing the arrest of a famous or wealthy person can damage that brand. Keeping it out of the news also avoids bad press for the country the celebrity comes from, prevents public drama, and gives authorities room to investigate without pressure. It's simply about control and reputation. Wicked blogger Ghana continued monitoring every development around Sulley Muntari's alleged Dubai detention and its wider impact on Ghanaian athletes learning to navigate life after football.